United States Treasury Department presents Guest Star with Buzz Adlam and his orchestra. Yours truly, Lou Crosby, and today starring the Lennon Sisters. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Lou Crosby, your host for Guest Star, a transcribed feature for savings bonds presented as a contribution of this station in the public interest. Dropping pennies in the piggy bank is the hard, slow way to save. The quicker, easier way is to buy United States savings bonds, especially when you use the automatic payroll savings plan. Just let your employer know how much you wish to set aside each week, and he'll do the rest. As little as 63 cents a day saved from your pay will buy a $25 bond every month. So get started and buy United States savings bonds. Now the Lennon Sisters, three lovely young ladies, and they're all set to bring us Undecided now.
First you say you do, and then you don't. Then you say you will, and then you won't. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Now you wanna play, and then it's no. And when you say you'll stay, that's when you go. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? I've been sitting on the fence, and it doesn't make much sense, 'cause you keep me in suspense, and you know it. You promise to return, when you don't I really burn. Well, I guess I'll never learn how to show it. So if you got a heart, and if you're kind, don't keep us apart, make up your mind. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? I've been sitting on a fence, and it doesn't make much sense, 'cause you keep me in suspense, and you know it. You promise to return, when you don't I really burn. Well, I guess I'll never learn and I'll show it. So if you got a heart, and if you're kind, don't keep us apart, make up your mind. You're undecided now, so what are you gonna do? Gonna do. Gonna do.
The Lennon Sisters, ladies and gentlemen, and girls, the title of that song may be undecided, but as far as we're concerned, there is just no doubt. That was decidedly delightful.
Thank you very much, Mr. Crosby.
It's fun being here on Guest Star again.
Yes, we always look forward to these visits.
Well, not half as much as we look forward to having you with us. Girls, your work with Lawrence Welk keeps you very busy, I know, but you've also been making guest appearances lately, haven't you?
Well, yes. We were on the Andy Williams show. And we worked with Roy Rogers and Dale Evans on their program.
And we also had time to see the Seattle World's Fair.
My, you certainly travel in good company. And you keep high standards. And that word standards comes in handy along about here, because this next song, I think, is what is known in the trade as a standard.
Yes, it is. It has enjoyed continuous success ever since it was published. Little White Lies.
The moon was all aglow, and heaven was in your eyes. The night that you told me those little white lies, the stars all seem to know that you didn't mean all those sighs. The night that you told me those little white lies, I tried, but there's no forgetting was in your heart, but heaven was in your eyes. The night that you told me those little white
Ah, thank you, girls. That was much prettier than just standard. Very pretty. Say, is the grass always greener on your neighbor's side of the fence? And worse yet, does he have a power mower to cut the grass? Well, the chances are other folks have the things that they have because somewhere along the line they saved for them.
Saving can be easier than you think when you save regularly with Series E savings bonds. A definite amount of money set aside on a regular basis is seldom missed, yet these regular amounts add up rapidly, and before long you've got a collection of savings bonds.
And of course, savings bonds are absolutely safe. The principal and interest are fully guaranteed by our government, so that even if your bonds should be lost or destroyed, the Treasury Department will see to it that they're replaced at no cost to you.
And a wonderful thing about savings bonds, you get back $4 at maturity for every 3 that you put in. Even more if you hold them longer. There's extra savings to add to your own.
You are so right. So envy your neighbor no more. Instead, start buying savings bonds through the payroll savings plan or at your bank. And remember, with every purchase of United States savings bonds, you're helping to keep freedom in your future. Buzz Adlam and his fine orchestra now with How About You? Thank you, Buzz. Hey, gals, I think we'd all like to hear that arrangement of yours of How Are Things in Glocca, Morra.
All right, Mr. Crosby. No program is complete without an Irish song.
How are things in Glocca, Morra? Is that little brook still leaping there? Does it still run down through Donny Cove to Killybegs, Kilcarry, and Kildare? How are things in Glocca, Morra? Is that willow tree still weeping there? Does the laddie with the twinkling eye come whistling by? And does he walk away not to see me there. So I asked each weeping willow and each brook along the way, and each lad who comes a-whistling tourelay. How are things in Glocca, Morra, this fine day?
Thank you. That was very beautiful. Now the Lennon Sisters bring today's session to a close with the cotton fields of home.
When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in the cradle in them old cotton fields back home. Oh, when them cotton balls get rotten, you can't pick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. Well, it was down in Louisiana, just about a mile from Texarkana, in them old cotton fields back home. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in that cradle in them old cotton fields back home. When I was a little bitty baby, my mama would rock me in that cradle in them old cotton fields back home. In them old cotton fields back home. In them old cotton fields back home. Just a little bitty baby.
You were listening to Guest Star, a transcribed feature for United States Savings Bonds, which today presented the Lennon Sisters and the music of Buzz Adlam. The time for this program is donated by this station every week in the public interest. The Treasury Department thanks the Lennon Sisters and your station for their contribution to the Savings Bonds program. We'll be around again next week with another fine attraction, and we'll be looking for you. Until then, this is Lou Crosby saying so long and reminding you that savings bonds help keep freedom in your future. United States Savings Bonds. Believe me, your shares in America.